Hey everybody, it's Stephen the Old World Gamer along with Scott Devin Kane, and welcome to another episode of the Retro Indie Pixels podcast.
It's another week with OWG and SDK, with SDK admitting more things that he plays as guilty gaming pleasures. There's at least one every week, so, you know, gotta keep up with the theme. So, little couple things to I think we need to go over before we start up. This might be the last week we have to worry about the podcast not going through and having to start and all that good stuff.
That's right.
It gets fixed.
I'm tomorrow, even though there's supposed to be a storm, which is probably going to delay it. Yay! Even though there's supposed to be a storm tomorrow, yes, I'm supposed to be getting a second internet source that's going to be a direct line just for my computer, just for me streaming. It's sad but true. Yes, Metallica, I understand. But it's what I had to do. I mean, I was getting pissed off. I know people want to see us streaming, but our podcasts and stuff, and in other games and stuff. So it's gonna be nice to be back and fully back, and hopefully that won't fuck with anything on the podcast ever again either. So.
Hopefully not. Mm-hmm. And the other little bit of sad news, I guess, is we gotta skip our Steam stuff this week.
It's not that we have to. We intentionally skipped it as of last week because we were letting people know that. I've went through quite a few games in the past year. All right.
Yeah, we did.
So I'm just gonna let it go for a week and see if we can, let that build up a few more. Maybe I'll just bring you 5 or 6 a week instead now.
Yeah. Because for what it's worth, there were a couple weeks so we were doing like the Steam queue where we were getting like the same games for like 3 weeks. So we did get a little back catalog of some of the stuff that some of the people, let some games come out, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, remember the Steam queue that was all Chinese games, no English, and I'm just like, how? How does that have anything to do with anything I've ever done?
I literally just took the words out of my mouth. It's like, well, this is a great Steam queue, ain't it? We ran out of stuff, so we just got to give you the stuff that you don't understand. All right, cool. All right. So, unless you have anything else you'd like to add?
No.
I think we're good. We are good to go into SDK's news for the week. And as always, brought to you by VG247 and Destructoid. We have one article this week from CNET, but it's because it's the only damn article that I could find that actually gave me numbers, which is the Google Pokemon of the Year. We did talk about that a little bit last week or 2 weeks ago, where we told you, hey, you can go onto the poll and vote for your favorite Pokemon. I said 2 weeks ago that there's no chance that Charizard doesn't win. Holy fuck, was I wrong. Damn, was I wrong. I was not even close. So, there are actually 1 or 2 on this list that kind of surprised me a little bit. So at number 10 we have Gengar. Gengar doesn't surprise me at all. I know like 3 or 4 people whose favorite Pokemon is Gengar. That doesn't surprise me even the slightest bit. Number 9, which actually surprises me, even though it is my second favorite Pokemon, is Gardevoir. Over Mewtwo?
Mewtwo didn't even make the list.
Yeah, that's a huge surprise. Number 8, Rayquaza. Again, legendary dragon Pokemon. Not a big surprise. Number 7 is kind of like my second sleeper of how did they make this list. Garchomp. I guess people like Garchomp. I guess that's a thing?
Dude, yeah, I'm still waiting for, which one I'm waiting for.
Yeah. Number 5, or number 6, I'm sorry, is one of the 2 evolutions that made the list, Sylveon at number 6, and number 5, Umbreon. Umbreon, again, one of my top 5 favorite Pokemon. Glad to see him there. Number 4 was Charizard. And that surprised me a lot. I would have expected him to be like 1, 2, or 3. 4? No. And here's a funny thing. Here is the number 3 that got 50,000 more votes than Charizard. And
5,000.
The absolute dead sleeper of this list, Mewtwo. At number 3.
Yeah, that's strange as hell, dude. I never
Really?
thought that was ever going to be... I didn't even think it was going to make the
Mewtwo.
list, let alone number 3.
I know, right? Number 2, Lucario. And number 1, by a landslide, compared to the rest of the Pokemon on this list, who has twice as many votes as number 10 through number 6, Greninja. Would have never thought that Greninja was as popular as he is. Apparently so. We're gonna look at Umbreon at number 5, who has 60. Oh, I'm sorry, it was 10 through 5. I'm sorry. Umbreon got 67,000 votes, just above it. Greninja had 140,000 votes. That's also a little over 38,000 more votes than the next Pokemon, Lucario. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Apparently, he's super popular. I didn't know.
Well, I mean, he is a good Pokemon. I mean...
Oh, yeah. I mean, Shadow Step got him banned, too, so it's pretty good. Here's a couple things that I found really weird about this top 10 list. No Pikachu. And I would have bet every dollar in my pocket, in my bank account, I would have bet your money, OWG, that Pikachu would have made that list. Absolutely would have thought that he would have made that list. Nope. No Pikachu, no Mewtwo. Really? And Charizard's number 4? Wow.
It just goes to show you that, you know, the interests of Pokemon players are a lot wider than what people expected.
Yeah, I know.
It's no longer the what is it, the red and blue version Pokemon being top of the line now. So there's the top 10. If you guys want to check out the rest of the list, you guys can find it online. One other thing in the article that I was going to mention about that is this, at the same time they released one of the new legendary Pokemon, Zarude, who is a dark grass type with the ability Leaf Guard. It'll come to Pokemon Sword and Shield on Nintendo Switch, but mythics like Mew and Celebi can't be caught during normal gameplay, so same good Zarude. I expect a whole bunch of people to name him Darude or Sandstorm or something like that because people are original. But anyway, next thing I was going to talk about, which also involves Pokemon, Mewtwo, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle are currently appearing in Pokemon Sword and Shield raid battles. Unfortunately, I already have all of them except for Mewtwo.
Pokemon Day celebrations, which is today, by the way, are underway, and that means some classic creatures appearing in Pokemon Sword and Shield's max raid battles. From now until 11:59 p.m. GMT on March 1st, players will be able to encounter 4 classic Pokemon from the games that got the series started in Pokemon Sword and Shield's max raid battles. Starter Pokemon Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, plus an all-powerful Pokemon Mewtwo. That it's appropriate since that group celebrates Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green on Game Boy, but also because Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution has released on Netflix today, providing backstory to the villainous psychic Pokemon. Mewtwo and the Kanto starters aren't the only Pokemon that can show up on the Wild Area's max raid battles. In this period, however, you'll continue to have a random chance to catch Gigamax, Grimmsnarl, Kingler, Hatterene, Orbital, and Toxtricity as well. Typically, Pokemon fought and defeated max raid battles are then able to be caught, but you sadly won't be able to catch Mewtwo. He's just considered too powerful. There are some impressive rewards for beating him, though, including the chance for it to drop ability capsules and PP Max, as detailed by Pokemon fan site Cerebi. The other Kanto region starters, this is an opportunity to catch them, and Bulbasaur and Squirtle weren't able to be caught in the standard progression of Pokemon Sword and Shield. And Charmander was an especially rare one of in the post-game, so that's handy. Mewtwo has also made a return in Pokemon Go raids, while the other mobile game Pokemon Masters is giving away free gifts to players who celebrate Pokemon Day. Basically, there's a lot going on, but if you want to bolster your Pokemon Sword and Shield Pokédex ahead of the upcoming Isle of the Armor and Crown Tundra DLCs, which brings back a slew of returning Pokemon, you could at least grab the Kanto starters via these raids. So, I mean, you said you have all these?
Yeah, I done it through surprise trades and got
okay.
a couple of them. The only thing is that, well, if these Gigantamaxed or something, then it'd be a lot more worth it for some people. But I mean, if someone really, like, if any of our group actually wanted it bad enough, I could just put it through the daycare and give everyone, Squirtles and Bulbasaurs and Charmanders, no problem. So I just find it weird that you can't catch the Mewtwo, even with a Master Ball. It probably just doesn't give you the option to be able to catch it. It runs off or something. So.
But I mean, like I said, it gives you the ability capsules and PP Max. So PP Max, I mean, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I'm a very big fan of the ability capsules too, because that's like the carbos and protein and shit, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing. They don't work on the same thing. PP Max just makes it so that like the actual you have you have PP Up, which gives like the Pokemon power plus 1 point, so you can use the ability more than once. It's like using it the maximum number of times. So like if you say you're going to use it on Thunderbolt, which has or Thunder, I'm sorry, which has 5 uses, PP Max will raise it to 10 or whatever the maximum is for Thunderbolt. Or whatever the hell I'm trying to say.
Well, I think... Oh, yeah, no, yeah, PP Max, not PP Up. PP Up is only like 2 or 3, right?
Right. It might even be less. It might only be 1. I'm not sure. I'm sure it depends on the move.
Okay.
I could be wrong on that. But PP Max just raises whatever the PP is of the particular move to its maximum.
Yes,
right.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
Which is really good. So if you have, the ability to fight this Gigantamax Mewtwo over and over again and possibly get a lot of those, you'll be able to max out all of your main team Pokemon on their, the Pokemon power. So, might be a plus to just grind them for a little while, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe we'll be doing some raid battles after the podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, so moving on. Steam is now allowing you to filter your searches your search results by price and removing games that you already own.
Good.
Steam's latest search features were born in Steam Labs. Valve has rolled out a few major upgrades to search on Steam. Based on its various Steam Lab experiments, the developer is giving users more granular control. The first new addition is the ability to filter results by price or only see games on sale. All searches across the store now let you set a maximum price to narrow down the results. You can also include and exclude specific tags from showing up in search results. Each tag will show the number of results being returned for a clearer idea. For even more granular control, Steam will let you filter in or out VR games only. The new update answers a long-requested plea, allowing players to filter out games that they already know about. Users can now hide games owned, wishlisted, or ignored from showing up in search results. Finally, searches results will now scroll infinitely, so you no longer have to worry about hitting next page. Thank you!
Scott, so you know what that means? That means we can do, like... I can find Steam games so much easier now, not be like, hey, we went over this one. Hey, it's already on my wish list.
Right? Wow. That might actually help, like, the Steam queue in the future.
Yeah.
Where it's literally, like, if you just go wishlist, ignore, cool, it's never coming up again. Yay! This might be the answer we needed to revive Steam queue. Woo!
And no more goddamn visual novels.
We can physically filter out visual novels. So there you go.
Jesus.
But that's, it's long overdue, I think, but good for us, because now we can be like, listen, all I want are Metroidvanias with a high rating less than $30.
Female protagonist, and then Scott goes and buys them all.
There you go. Boom. And now, here's the list of all of the Metroidvanias less than $30 not already wishlisted with female protagonists. Whoop! Done. Good on you, Steam.
Indeed.
It's about damn time.
Yeah.
So, here's a little bit of information that made me revive my belief in Square Enix. They have publicly said that they are going to veer away from making PS5 and Xbox Series X exclusives.
Good.
Don't count on Square Enix exclusives on the next-gen consoles just yet. As part of the third quarter the fiscal year 2020 earnings report, Square Enix shared a bit of an outlook on the months to come. In particular, the publisher has lightly touched on the subject of next-gen consoles. President Yosuke Matsuda was asked whether Square Enix is already working on next-gen titles. Matsuda revealed that because both PS5 and Xbox Series X will be backwards compatible with the current generation of games, the publisher intends to make its game available across both generations. As for next-gen only titles, however, Matsuda said it will be a while before that happens. The next generation consoles will have backwards compatibility, so we plan for the time being to make our new titles available for both current and next generation consoles, Matsuda told investors. It will therefore be somewhat farther down the road that we release titles exclusively for the next generation consoles. This isn't particularly surprising, of course. Although you will see next-gen exclusives at launch, most publishers tend to wait for the install base to grow before committing to big exclusives. Even Microsoft doesn't plan on having Xbox Series X exclusives for at least a year after launch. Good. Because I feel that means one thing. That when I inevitably am forced to invest in a PS4, that the entirety of the Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to come out all on PS4. And honestly, great idea. Because, like they're saying, if PS4 or if PS5 is going to be backwards compatible, why bother releasing it on the PS5 and alienating all the people who've bought the first part? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just makes sense to say, hey, since PS5 is going to be able to play this PS4 game anyway, screw it. Just release it for the PS4 and now everybody gets some. Yay! And for the people that invested the money in the PS5, you're still going to be able to play it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So, good. Perfect. Faith restored in Square Enix. Thank God.
Yeah.
Now, no, never mind. I'm not going to go into that rant. People aren't going to understand me. This is going to be a rant about the card game, and I'm not going to go into it. Never mind. Never mind. Moving on.
Getting Crystal Chronicles.
Here's something that I'm actually kind of excited about. Diablo 4 is going to support controllers on PC and let players bind separate keys for movement and attacking.
Oh, yeah, why wouldn't you?
That's pretty big for Diablo. We have the first of many D4 development blogs. Blizzard shared a D4 development update that looks at a few design elements currently being worked on and others that have evolved based on BlizzCon 2019 feedback or demo feedback. In the post, Blizzard confirmed that PC players will be able to rebind left click, giving them the ability to have separate buttons for movement and attack. This is something earlier Diablo games didn't offer, but it's becoming a feature. It's becoming a feature demanded by high-level players nowadays. Players will be able to reassign skills to the different slots and even bind specific buttons to each slot away from the traditional 1 through 0 layout. Blizzard also revealed that it's currently working on implementing controller support for the PC version, another requested feature. This, however, won't result in two different UIs as seen in Diablo 3. Blizzard is instead focusing on a single UI that works well with both mice and controllers by changing how it flows using the different input methods. Supporting controllers from the get-go also introduced a different challenge. Blizzard explains that the action bar, the area that shows your health pool and skills, etc., works better for TV play when it sits on the left side. Keyboard and mouse players, however, usually sit much closer to the screen, where the traditional bottom style works best. Blizzard's solution was to offer PC players, since the platform can support both input methods, the option they can choose whichever works best. Elsewhere in the post, Blizzard explained that its approach to the inventory screen and the design of item portraits this time around. There's also more about what the studio calls a monster family enemy design philosophy. Diablo 4 is in development for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So, here's the thing. I'm a longtime Diablo player. I have played Diablo since the first one. I have an embarrassingly large number of hours on Diablo. I've mentioned this before. If there is any video game series I have spent more of my life on than any other, it's Diablo, and it's not even close. You can ask anybody who knows me. Probably my wife is the same way. We probably have played more Diablo together than any other game series than we've ever played ever. We played days and days and days of Diablo 1. So, I feel I can talk with a little bit of expertise on the subject. Diablo 1's PlayStation 1 controller design was perfect. The way it did things, the way that you used your belt skills, the way that you used potions, the way that you used scrolls, the way that you moved, the way that you attacked, the opening doors, interacting, everything was absolutely 100% perfect. Then Diablo 2 comes out that never gets a home port, or never gets a console port, which to this day confuses the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. And Diablo 2 is still being played to this day, and is a very popular Twitch channel. You can go and look at like some of these guys that are playing Diablo 2 on Twitch. These guys have thousands of viewers. Mm-hmm. They're playing a game that's like almost 20 years old at this point.
Especially for speed running it.
Oh my god, these people love it. They love Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Alright? So, Diablo 3 hit both PC and console. And I will say that Diablo 3's controller setup was not perfect. There were a lot of times where you just didn't do what you wanted to do. Menu navigation was a fucking nightmare. All I want to do is just equip this armor, but I can't swivel my D-pad to the perfect place to be able to put... Just give me the same thing that you did with Diablo 1. Here's the helmet, here's this, here's these pieces. You physically see the pieces of armor on your character silhouette. Just give me that again. Why was that so hard? You know how fast we went through menus in Diablo 1? You should watch us play PlayStation version of Diablo 1. We looked like StarCraft players, how fast we would go through those frickin' menus. Like, dead ass. We would look like those just...
Dead ass.
Go do the menu, unequip, re-equip, go do all that stuff, pick up all the stuff. You could go through it so fast. Diablo 3's controller setup is so tedious. It's so bad. It's really bad. Really, really, really super bad. So I'm hoping with what they're saying with this article is that they're going to make mouse and controller basically streamlined into one another. Hopefully, and they might want to take a little bit into consideration that they just go back to the formula that Diablo 1 used and just make it simple. Here's your inventory. Here's your character. Plop. Move. Not have to try to pick a particular thing and then roll a 360 pad to the one piece of armor that you have. It's so terribly done. It's so bad. It's awful.
Champions of Nora had a pretty good menu for all that kind of stuff too, for like being able to see it on your character and stuff.
What's that?
Champions of Norath.
Oh yeah, Champions of Norath did the same thing.
Yeah.
Champion Norath, another good example of how to do things correctly. The way that Blizzard did Diablo 3, I liked the game on PC because I was able to just pick things up and put them on my character and do all that stuff. Like the console version of it, don't get me wrong, wasn't bad. It's just the way that controllers were done was god-awful. It was terrible, and it needs to be completely redone. Go back to the Diablo 1 style. It was perfect the way that it was. So I don't understand the reason that they tried to fix what wasn't broke. The one other thing that they talked about was being able to unbind attack off of left click. That doesn't sound like much, but it's huge.
Oh god, yes.
Because what that does is that it lets you run through monsters without attacking. And in Diablo, sometimes there are times where you just fucking need to run.
Yeah.
That's the one thing between like the PC version and the Switch version. Let's say, for example, like the console version, that's where they got it right, because you have to physically hit a button to attack, but then you have your stick to just move around. So that is where the console version had the advantage, because you could just run through monsters. And being able to do that sometimes is the difference between a PC player dying and a console player not dying, is simply because you can just run. So being able to unbind that and like say stick it to your A button or something like that, like if you want to like, or like even like a middle mouse to say that you want to attack or something like that, it's massive for Diablo. Especially for like the PC players who have had to deal with left click unbindable being an attack button since day one. So huge improvements to being able to just take that off of left click and just say, hey, all this is gonna do now is make my character move. That's all this is gonna do. That's all I'm gonna run and not attack something because I happen to come in, my mouse happened to be in the same area as it. So these are exciting things for Diablo, especially, you know, for a player who's played as much Diablo as I have. A very high, depressing amount of Diablo that I played, but moving on. So the Wonderful 101 already has a release date. It's wow. May 19th.
Nice. Well, geez, with the money they got, yeah.
Yeah. Developer Platinum Games has announced the release date for its recently kickstarted Wonderful 101 Remastered. The remastered title is slated to launch on May 19th in North America, with a release on May 22nd in Europe. The news came earlier today in a prepared statement from games director Hideki Kamiya. This isn't just a simple port, says Kamiya, of the upcoming reworking of the Wonderful 101. We've turned the controls for each new platform, or we've tuned the controls for each new platform and made several adjustments that should make it easier to grasp and play. On top of that, we've improved the image quality and frame rate to suit modern hardware. On the whole, I'd say the Wonderful 101 Remastered is the definitive edition of the game. The Wonderful 101 Remastered will cost $39.99 American. The Wonderful 101 Kickstarter, launched earlier this year, has quickly smashed its $50,000 funding goal. At present, funding is close to hitting $1.7 million. It's not close anymore, folks, by the way. It's close to $1.8 million. Just throwing that out there. Which would see a 2D side-scrolling adventure called Lucas' First Mission added. I'm pretty sure that they're actually probably over... there's 1.78 million, which I think does mean that this particular thing that they're talking about, no, 2 million is where the Lucas first. But anyway, Where was I? Sorry. Thanks to hitting its prior stretch goals, the game will be developed for PC and PS4 alongside the Switch. Originally released as a Wii U exclusive, Kamiya and Atsushi Inaba, sorry for butchering that name, bro. Said back in the 2018, the studio was negotiating with Nintendo for a possible Switch release. In the past, Kamiya expressed interest in developing a sequel to the game, as his team put a tremendous amount of work into the title and would be unfortunate if they missed the opportunity to tell a new story with the characters. So that's exciting. I mean, the Kickstarter's not even over yet. It technically still has, 7 days left, I think? Yeah, it still has 7 days left. And they're already talking about it coming out in May. That's exciting and a little disconcerting at the same time. Like, how so soon?
Well, maybe they have, because of the money, they are able to push it quicker. You know, they can use the extra hand and say, hey, guys, we can pay you guys, some overtime right now because we've got this extra money and we'd like to push this game out quicker. So, can you guys get on this with us so that we can get it out sooner? And, either way, I'm looking forward to it.
I definitely am.
I just hope it's not one of those, and sort of bash your Steam, but one of those Steam releases where they, let's remaster this, and then it's like, hey, we took the mobile version and we left stuff on the screen from the mobile version. Yeah, stuff like that. Let's hope it's nothing like that. I don't mind you using stuff from the original and stuff that makes sense, but just be smart about it. That's all.
We're looking at you, Final Fantasy VIII.
Don't rush it. That's all I ask.
I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy VIII.
So I hope that release date is, like I said, for that reason, that they have the money to pay overtime for extra people to work on it and get it out quicker, as opposed to, hey, let's just poop it out quick.
So, a little bit of sad news. The creator of the Konami code has passed away at the age of 61.
Jesus.
Programmer Hatsuhisa Hashimoto, best known for the games in the games community as the creator of the Konami code, passed away last night, which was Wednesday, which was yesterday technically for us, at the age of 61. Excuse me. Hashimoto's death was first shared online by computer Yushi Takenouchi.
Composer.
What the hell did I say?
Computer? Yeah. By the computer.
Computer. Oh, the computer. I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading. By composer Yuji Takenouchi, who has worked on numerous Konami titles. Konami itself later confirmed Hashimoto's passing over Twitter. We are saddened to hear about the passing of Kazuhisa Hashimoto, a deeply talented producer who was first introduced the world to the Konami code. Konami wrote in a statement, "Our thoughts are with Hashimoto-san's family and friends at this time." The now famous Konami command, up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, was developed by Hashimoto in the 1980s, where he worked for Konami, developing a Nintendo Entertainment System port for the arcade title Gradius. I hadn't played that much and obviously couldn't beat it myself, so I put the Konami code, Hashimoto said in an interview in 2003. Because I was the one who was going to be using it, I made sure it was easy to remember. Although it was never intended to be included in the final game, the Konami code accidentally made it onto store shelves. The Konami code has since found its way into many games. According to Wikipedia, more than 100 Konami codes now include some version of the code, as well awesome. As into pop culture as a whole.
Yeah.
Now, you have to admit, if there's anything that people understand, when you say up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, how many people know what that is?
Yeah, exactly.
There are some non-gaming people that know what the Konami code is, for God's sakes. I mean, it's in my opinion, I feel that it's one of the most, if not the most iconic video gaming codes.
Oh, for sure,
maybe even one of the most iconic things in video gaming ever, outside of Mario himself. like I said, non-gaming people know what up, up, down, down, left, right, BA is. I mean, jeez. I mean, there are even some people. What is the name of that song? Damn it! What the hell was the name of that? Oh, so there's this. What are they called? Sorry. The Motion Sick. They are they were a rock group around the late 2000s that actually made a song called 30 Lives and included the lyric up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start. It's literally one of the... I mean, come on. Somebody made a song that had the Konami code in it. I mean, jeez. It permeated into, like, more than just video games. So, it's one of... I'll say, it's like probably one of the top 5 most important things that ever happened to video games. Just the Konami code. Because, like, I know when I was younger I wasn't able to beat Contra on my own. I'm just saying. So... so many games had the code. I mean, just everything Konami, like the second Teenage Mutant Ninja, the arcade game Turtles had it for 10 Lives, Contra, Gradius. Just super important for video gaming history, and honestly, totally, I can't say iconic enough. That's all I can say. So. Anyway, moving on to something a little bit more interesting than somebody dying. One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows. Launch trailer teases some season pass characters. One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, is out this Friday, so it's coming out tomorrow, Stefan. Yeah. And to get you excited, here's the launch trailer information on the season pass. The launch trailer for One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, gives you an idea of what to expect along with a quick tease regarding fighters in the season pass. In the game's story mode, you'll create your own character who will rise through the ranks, fighting crime and superpowered enemies terrorizing folks. The story is based on the first season of the anime, but you'll be experiencing from the point of view of your character. As with the anime, characters will be fighting an opponent before our hero Saitama steps in to perform his One Punch. The first character pack part of the season pass will be released in April, and it's Siryu. Later in the spring, the third character will be released. The third character? Where's the second character? Okay. Will be released, followed by 2 more in the summer. If you're familiar with the series, you can probably figure out the characters' silhouettes in the teaser image at the end of the video. A price in the season pass is unknown as a press time, but it's included with the deluxe and digital deluxe versions of the title. The game's coming out February 28th for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So, if you have not watched this release trailer, it's hilarious. Probably can't show it on the podcast here.
Oh, yeah. Pause. I just realized Bandai Namco, no, they were all like, whoa, ad space.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. But if you haven't got to see the trailer of it, go watch it on your... It's hilarious. It's also... It's a minute and a half of watching Saitama One Punch everything. So, I'm going to very quickly head to the end and see if I can tell who any of these characters are. I'm having a hard... No. One of them looks like Silver... No, it's not Silver Fang. I don't know. I can't tell who any of these characters are. It's been a while since I've watched Man, so... It may take me a little bit to figure out.
Oh, okay. I know who the one character pack number 4 is.
Who is that?
That's the hero killer.
Oh shit!
Look what his hair did.
Right.
I would imagine character number 3 is the guy who dresses up as a dog.
Probably.
And
who 2 is? I have no idea.
2, the closest that he kind of looked to me.
No, he's the guy on the bicycle. He's got the helmet.
Oh, really?
What's his name?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Fuck, because he's got the sneakers and everything. That's what. Maybe. I don't know.
I was thinking it was going to be
the
what's his name, Supersonic, but he doesn't have any of the.
I think Supersonic's already in there. I think he's already in the game.
Okay.
Oh shit! That might be who he is. I don't know. I can't really tell. But Suiru as the first character. Yeah, sure. He was cool. I mean, why not? But if there's going to be anything that I want to talk more about people punching the shit out of each other,
Moomin Rider.
You think that might be who it is?
Yeah, that's who he is. But yeah, you know what? Now that I see it now. Yeah, that's definitely who it is, dude.
You think so?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That's who it looks like.
But as I was, if there's any game that I want to talk about with people punching the shit out of each other, and it's going to be a very exciting amount of news. Streets of Rage 4 is getting 2-player online co-op. Oop, there's my mouse. Streets of Rage 4 is getting a 2-person online co-op and up to 4-player offline co-op when it launches this spring. The developers, Lizard Cube and Guard Crush Games, announced the news in a new trailer, which gives a first look at the new playable characters joining Streets of Rage roster, the cybernetically armed Floyd. The new character Floyd dishes out serious damage with his incredibly strong cybernetic arms, a cutting-edge upgrade courtesy of Streets of Rage 3's playable cyborg, Dr. Zan. Reads a prepared statement from the developers. Although Floyd's movement and health recovery are slower than most, he boasts the longest reach amongst the playable roster and has tremendous power, ensuring any combo he puts an enemy through will be devastating. Excuse me again, jeez. Streets of Rage 4's multiplayer co-op and new characters will be playable during PAX East in Boston from February 27th to March 1st. We previewed Streets of Rage 4 last year, describing it as disgustingly good. Streets of Rage 4 is bloodingly amazing, and it's not at all about nostalgia for the original games, wrote VG247's Alex at the time. The game will be coming to PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One this year. So that gives us all of the background characters, just 2 new returning characters. I'm really surprised by that. I mean, they are entrenched in the lore of Streets of Rage, but I'm really surprised to just see only 2 returning characters. I mean, one of them's Blaze, so I don't give a fuck about the other characters, because probably will only be playing Blaze, but that's just me. But we finally get to know all of the characters in the game, so you can go check out the Streets of Rage 4 official website and all that stuff for all the character information that you guys want to see. The other 4 characters. Sure. Whatever. Online co-op, Stefan.
Yeah, it sounds alright.
Online co-op. It's like people are listening to us. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
I told you, dude. All the time. Every time we do podcasts and say, oh, they should do this and stuff. All of a sudden, they start doing it. It's all like, oh, I wonder where they got that idea. Oh, it's all our own. Yeah, okay. Nintendo.
It's like they listen. Which is a good thing. Because that means that they're going to listen to all the stuff that we say.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that.
I hope.
We'll be the background influencers that nobody knows about.
So, ladies and gentlemen, while doing research for the podcast this afternoon, I learned what a teraflop is. Because Microsoft has confirmed a 12 teraflop target for Xbox Series X. So we know a bit more about what's inside the Xbox Series X. Microsoft has just outlined a number of technical details for Xbox Series X. In a blog post, the platform holder revealed an outline for Xbox Series X specs and some of its unique features. First, the company confirmed that Xbox Series X GPU is targeting 12 teraflops of computing power, in line with the recent AMD leak. The GPU is based on AMD's RDNA2 architecture, and the CPU is built on Zen 2. Xbox Series X supports up to 120 FPS. The company says the GPU is twice as powerful as the Xbox One and over 8 times that of the original Xbox One. Microsoft isn't just bringing it on the hardware front. The platform holder is also investing a number of software technologies that should give it an edge. Today's post confirms that both variable rate shading (RS) and hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing. The former allows GPU to focus on processing what's actually on the screen and smartly manage resources. The latter confirms that ray tracing will indeed be powered by the hardware through DirectX, just like PS5. Thanks to the addition of the SSD, Xbox Series X lets you suspend multiple games at a time and resume any of them instantly, and upgrade over the current implementation. Games should also be more responsive on Xbox Series X because of Microsoft's dynamic latency input tech, which reduces wireless controller input latency through a proprietary wireless protocol. Oof. This is further enhanced with the arrival of HDMI 2.1, a standard that carries both auto low latency mode and variable refresh rate, eliminating tearing in supported games and ensuring that TVs always turn on game mode whenever Xbox Series X is connected.
Nice.
Away from hardware and software features, the Xbox Series X will make use of Microsoft's Smart Delivery service. In short, this ensures players will get the version of the game on their console can play. Halo Infinite, for instance, will release on Xbox One all the way up to Xbox Series X will make use of this feature. In this case, you'll only need to purchase a single copy of Infinite, and your console will automatically download the versions that's right for the hardware. Microsoft confirmed that all exclusive games will support Smart Delivery, and the tech is available for third-party publishers as a choice. As expected, Xbox Game Pass will continue on Xbox Series X. Future first-party games will also launch on the service day and date, including Halo Infinite. As for backwards compatibility, Microsoft confirmed that existing Xbox One games, including forward-compatible Xbox 360 and original Xbox games, will play and look even better on Xbox Series X thanks to its superior hardware. More details will be announced over the coming months towards E3. This is wow.
I'm not gonna lie, they are implementing a lot of good tech there. There's a really large amount of good tech being used there. HDMI 2.1 SSD also great in there as well. Yeah, I mean it's great and all, but honestly, and I mean I'm speaking only from my own standpoint. I don't need all these new tech stuff for a lot of the games that I play. And again, this is more catering to the newer gamers who are just like, oh, I just finished this game. All right, bring back the EB and get $10 off the next one. I'm like, you just shelled out $70 for that game. Now you're just selling it back for $10. All right. That sounds like a great trade. Like, no, I don't know. Again, I'm not saying that, it's not a good system or anything like that, but, it's geared towards certain gamers, I think, more than anything else.
Right.
So, and again, that's fine. That's 100% fine. So,
and,
it's just really cool technologies that they're using there.
Yeah, I know. Especially they're talking about, the Xbox Series X is going to be, 12 teraflops. Right now, let's talk about, what that compares against. Where let's just say the GeForce RTX 2070, That's 7.5. And the 2080 is 10.1.
Yeah.
And the RTX 2080 is a $700. It's a $700 investment.
Mm-hmm.
So the Xbox One Series X is going to be faster than that. Like, holy shit! That the only thing that I have to concern about this is how much is this Xbox Series X going to cost? Especially if you're talking about where they're targeting 12 teraflops worth of speed. Like, that's 12 billion, or 12 billion, I think it is. I think a teraflop is billion, or is it trillion? I'm sorry, trillion. It's a trillion. A teraflop is a trillion. Mm-hmm. So that's 12 trillion floating point operations per second. 12 billion, or trillion. Goddamn, I keep using B.
The unfortunate thing is there's also a trend in a lot of these systems, even with Nintendo's. The price has always been going up.
I know. That's like...
And
that's
not
like
moving. Now, Nintendo is more guilty of not moving their prices more so than anyone else. But honestly, again, Nintendo they have the recipe. That's the thing with Nintendo's. They have the secret recipe for keeping gaming going for them for as long as they want, basically.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They don't need to keep making these super fancy consoles. You know, they make theirs fancy in their own ways without having to go ridiculous. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, the whole DNA thing, the handheld, that was a passing fad that people quickly fell out of, because again, for myself, I rarely ever used it. So, I mean, you know.
I mean, last week I blew the dust off of my 3DS, so that says something.
Yeah.
So, like, just don't need it at this point. Because, like, for what it's worth, all of the games that I ever wanted on the thing were basically Metroid games, and I got one game on my 3DS that was Metroid-based, and I didn't like it. So, I guess I'm just going to wait for Metroid Prime 4. Just saying. So... Anyway, going to be moving on to the articles from Destructoid.com. For those of you who have been holding out on Borderlands 3 because it's been on Epic Game Store, because some of you guys are against Epic Game Store for some reason, you don't have to wait any longer, because Borderlands 3 is now launching on Steam on March 13th. Here's some old news that somehow feels like it's new news. Borderlands 3 is coming to Steam on March 13th. Technically, we already knew that. Borderlands 3 was a 6-month Epic Game Store exclusive, meaning, of course, it launched on Steam in exactly 6 months. Now, it's almost a reality. Borderlands 3 now has Steam Store page ahead of its March 13th release. It's not ready to pre-order, but you can be added to your wish list. It appears, though, the Steam version will have immediate parity with the Epic version. The Steam description says that the first add-on, Moxie's Heist of Handsome Jackpot, is available right away. It's reasonable to assume that the DLC will launch synchronously. Thank you. Jeez. Synchronously on Steam and Epic from here out. Publisher 2K Games has been thrilled with Borderlands 3 performance thus far, calling it a massive hit by any standard, after it hit 8 million lifetime sales. A launch on Steam should put some wind back into those sales as a new platform. A platform that some have intentionally held out for, will bring a wave of fresh buyers. Good news for them, the mayhem doesn't go stale. So that's for you guys who are... I don't know why. There are some people that I've talked to who are just like completely against Epic Game Store, and I don't get it. I've never understood it. And they're adamant. They're like, oh, never Epic Game Store, always Steam, blah, blah, blah. It's like,
I don't have Epic Game Store because I'm lazy. I'm serious. That's like, the only reason.
I mean, for what it's worth, it's like every week Epic Game Store gives away free games. And here's the thing about that. Those free games are never just like these cheap throwaway games either.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, they always give you a game that's at minimum. And I'm talking about at minimum. These games are $15. And a lot of the times, they're far more expensive than that. So, I don't understand the hate on Epic Game Store. They give you free stuff all the time. So what's to complain about? I don't get it. Free games, guys. I don't. Maybe there's something I miss. I don't know.
I know it's a typo, but I hope there's not a framing sim.
Framing sim. There's a good one.
Oh,
we gotta
today
get something
someone
like that.
has brought us a picture of a dog to frame. I think I will use an oak frame.
Timing on that one.
Is that tempered glass? Ooh, that looks sexy.
You're gonna get a 4 out of 5 stars on that.
Oh, I can't wait to get my Yelp review.
Yeah. See there. Okay, that's like Elspuddy's saying. He held out on it because other people are waiting to play it on Steam. That's a fair. That right there, that's fair. Because maybe there's other people who are like, I don't want to get it on Epic Game Store. I want to get it on Steam because I want it to be part of my Steam library. Okay, that's fine. But there are some people who are like, oh, I'm not getting free on that because Epic Game Store, blah, blah, blah. It's like, come on, man. Just get free games. Oh, no. Jeez.
Free game.
Free game. So, somebody wanted me to talk about fighting games. So, here we go. Granblue Fantasy Versus is coming to PC March 13th. In a surprise announcement made on the Granblue Fantasy Japanese Twitter account, it has been revealed that Arc System Works' gorgeous fighting game title, Granblue Fantasy Versus, is officially coming to PC worldwide via Steam and as soon as March 13th. This is quite the surprise, as not only have there been little to no murmurings of a PC port, but the noted release date means that Granblue Fantasy Versus will be launching on PC before it even hits PS4 in Europe or Australia. Two caveats that should be noted, however. Firstly, it appears there to be no cross-play or cross-save support incoming. So hopefully a healthy PC community will be able to establish itself in double quick time, lest you become yet another PC anime fighter that dies out in a matter of months. I don't see that happening, by the way. Secondly, the PC version will not include the exclusive codes that allow you to unlock extra content in the Granblue Fantasy mobile game. These codes will only be available to customers who pick up the PS4 release. This news has already disappointed a number of fans in the comments of the original tweet. Granblue Fantasy Versus launches on PS4 in North America on March 3rd, and in Europe and Australia on March 27th, and on PC worldwide March 13th. Yeah, I'm super happy for this because I wasn't able to play it before. Because, you know, I don't have PS4, so I can't play Granblue. I want to play Granblue Fantasy Versus because it's going to be in EVO this year. So, you know, apparently it's a pretty good game. I'm just saying, Mortal Kombat's not in EVO, but Granblue Fantasy Versus is. So apparently this game's pretty good. So they're talking about how, like, oh, they're going to be able to, oh, it's going to be yet another PC anime fighter game that dies out in a matter of month. Have you played fighting games before, whoever wrote this? Here is why PC anime fighters die out in months. Because there's a fuck ton of them. There are a shitload of PC anime waifu fucking fighting games. There are a ton. And the problem with most of them is that most of these PC anime fighting games, they all suck. They're all terrible. Their netcode's bad. Nobody's playing because it's this no-name fucking title. That's why all these games die out. Granblue Fantasy's not a no-name title. I'm just gonna throw that one out there. People know about it. It's not gonna die. Trust me on this. That's like saying, like, oh, well, people better pick up new versions of Dragon Ball Fighters, because if you don't get a bunch of people playing it, it's gonna die. Yeah, fucking right. Like, come on. Like, I don't know who the hell you're trying to kid here saying, it'll die out in months. I mean, for fuck's sake, people are still playing Street Fighter 4 because it's good.
Game.
People are getting excited in EVO because Marvel 2 is being played. Like, if the game's good, people are gonna play it. That's why all the other ones die, because they suck. And I've seen Granblue Fantasy Versus played. The game looks like it doesn't suck. You know? So, it'll live. Don't worry, Mr. PC guy who's doing a fighting game article and doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That's why, like, Under Night in Birth is still going along, because the game's really fucking good. You know who hadn't heard about it until they started playing it on EVO? This guy. And now I know a lot about that fucking game. Anyway. End rant. So guess what's coming to Switch, Stefan?
Oh,
It's
what?
It's golf with your friends.
Nice! It's so much fun.
Golf with Your Friends is one of those surprisingly popular Steam games you don't often hear about in casual conversation. The 12-player mini golf game has been doing its thing since early access in 2016, but now is gearing up for a full launch on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch this year. This game looks fun, plain, and simple.
Yeah.
There's no frills putting, zanier modes like hockey and hoops, and a range of plain and out there courses, 12 in total, power-ups like sticky honey trails, and a level editor. Golf with Your Friends isn't exactly the kind of approachable, just wild enough mini golf experience I've been craving. It is.
I said isn't. I don't know why. Isn't a word. Up there.
I was waiting for you to catch that.
Golf with Your Friends is exactly the kind of approachable, just wild enough mini golf experience I've been craving on the Switch. Something I can unwind with, and have a few laughs over. You know what I mean?
Console ports and final out of early access PC versions will launch in second quarter of 2020.
Nice.
So we've definitely, of the OWG community, we have played Golf with Your Friends on several occasions, and this game is fun as hell. Oh my god. It's like you laugh and then you tilt, and then you laugh and then you tilt, and then you laugh and then you tilt. And it's fun. The game's just straight old fun. Except when you get some guy who's like, hey guys, I'm gonna set up the room. I'm gonna make everybody be fucking eggs, because I think it's funny.
I'm looking at you, Stefan.
There are some extra modes where you can turn your golf ball from something that says, oh hey, this is manageable, to, oh, now I'm a rock.
Now I'm a Christmas bulb.
That. I'm one of those spiky Christmas bulbs.
Now I'm a hacky sack, basically.
I mean, yeah. You could turn your balls into golf balls. Ooh.
You lol, then you wonder, hey, did you get that random hole-in-one?
Yeah.
That's very true. Max power!
Max power! Like, I was Stefan done already. What the fuck? What did you do?
I've never played it. I don't like golf games at all.
I'm calling bullshit, sir. But Golf with Your Friends on all those consoles, Switch, PS4, Xbox, whatever I said, second quarter of 2020. We're probably going to get it because it's fun, and we'll probably play some golf. Who knows?
Golf on Switch.
Here's something interesting that I found. So GOG has a generous new 30-day refund policy for games. I can only think of a few digitally distributed PC games that I really, truly wish I could have returned. No questions asked, because they weren't the right fit for me. technical issues and complaints can run far deeper. Progress has been made with refund policies, but there's always room for improvement. The DRM-free game distributor GOG has updated its refund policy to be more customer-centric, and even a cursory glance, it's impressive. Now, after submitting a request for a return, you can get a full refund up to 30 days after purchasing a product, even if you downloaded it, launched, and played it. Going a step further, under the new refund guide, pre-orders can be refunded through their pre-order period, as in until they get released, and for 30 days after their release date. Obviously, this trusting approach will be open to abuse, especially since there's no DRM. It's important for us to say that this update is possible thanks to the respect for all the time and hard work put into creating the games you buy on GOG.com and playing by the rules. There are no limits on refund, but GOG is upfront about monitoring the effects of the current update to make sure no one is using this policy to hurt the developers that put their time and heart into making great games. Another understandable caveat: we may refuse refunds in such individual cases. We'd also let you know about any future adjustments to the voluntary refund policy in advance. I appreciate them for going above and beyond the bare minimum that many online stores offer. So, I'm confused. How? How is this a thing? Even if, like, let's just say a game takes 60 hours to complete. I could finish a 60-hour game in less than 30 days. I'm just saying. You know, if you just, like, take a weekend and, like, hey, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna play this game today, and you get, like, 8 hours into it, that's, like, more than 10% of the game. And you play it, like, here and there, and boom, you're done with the game in less than 30 days. I mean, I know a lot of the new releases that I've been playing that are like larger games don't take me a month to finish. Especially if I'm really interested in the game.
Then you need to check out Outbuddies.
Maybe I could. But I 30 days seems super generous.
Yeah, it really does.
I mean, the way that Steam has theirs, I feel, is like the better feel to it, where it's like if you have more than 2 hours of gameplay, you can no longer ask for a refund. But no questions asked. It doesn't matter. Like, even if you've downloaded, launched, and played the game, you can still get a full refund up to 30 days. But there doesn't really seem to be anything that says, like, how long you played the game. Maybe that'll be something that they review when you ask for a refund. They can be like, listen, this is 28 days after you've bought the game, and you have 300 hours on it, or probably not that much, but let's just say like you have 120 hours on the game. You played this game a lot in the last 28 days.
Yeah.
So why are we asking for a refund? Especially for a game that could potentially be like a single player RPG or like an adventure game or something like that. What's not to say that you can't just be like, oh, I played the game for 40 hours, I beat it. Well, I bought it less than 30 days ago, let's just get a refund. But that's true. What else buddy's saying, there are times where you buy a game and then, life gets in the way. But at the same time, I feel that, like, this could potentially be a way for people who just, like maybe some streamers or something like that, would be like, oh, we play new games all the time. And be like, oh, hey, I'm going to stream for 8 hours a day through Twitch, buy a new game, and be like, oh, I'll play it for 8 hours on my stream or 6 hours on my stream or whatever, finish the game, and I can just throw it back to GOG. You could just be like, oh, full refund. Now I'll just get a new game. I definitely feel like that there is going to be some abuse to this, because how can there not be? 30 days is very, very, very super.
I think they need to go back and reassess that decision. You're basically bankrupting yourself at this point, if that's what you're going to do.
Yeah. So the last piece of information that I have for you guys is I'm gonna talk about Doom again. If you guys haven't gotten tired of me talking about Doom, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna talk about it some more. But this is something that I've already taken advantage of, because I found this article and turned my Switch on immediately. Doom 1, 2, and 3 are all under $3 right now on the Nintendo Switch. To buy all 3 games, Doom 1, Doom 2, and Doom 3, and all of these games, Doom 1 and 2, have all of their episodes, it's $6. Bethesda is doing everything it can to make sure that everyone is in a Doom state of mind. Last week we learned that Doom 64 will launch on March 20th alongside Doom Eternal, and will have a standalone price of $5. Super reasonable. In the meantime, Bethesda is looking to drum up some extra Doom sales by marking down the ported classics by 70% on Switch. The original Doom is $1.49, Doom 2 is $1.49, and Doom 3 is $2.99. That's as good as gold. You don't need to be a big brain mastermind to know that these are fantastic deals. For the math, friends, that's about $6 for the classic Doom games. Add in Doom 64 in March, and it'll be $11 for the quadrilogy. Unless, of course, you get Doom 64 for free as part of the Doom Eternal pre-order bonus. Hellraising has never been cheaper or more abundant. Yeah. I read this article, turned on my Switch, and bought Doom 1 and 2. And then realized that, you know what's really hard to play when you have Joy-Con drift? Doom.
Some all that hardcore Mario Kart 8 playing with all your fucking turn boost and shit. You're ruining your Joy-Cons.
That's why I, when it comes to Mario Kart,
I use my Pro Controller.
I use this guy right here.
Oh, you got GameCube one.
Yep.
and it's the Luigi controller. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to try Doom with that because I don't know how that's gonna go. But, Doom 1 has all 4 episodes, Knee Deep in the Dead, Shores of Hell, Inferno, and Thy Flesh. Doom 2 has frickin' everything in it. Doom 3, it's $3. I mean, it's Doom 3, but $3 is like, you know, it's worth $3. I'll give you that much. So, that'll do it for SDK's portion of the podcast this week. I don't have any segue over to Steam because Steam's giving us the same games all the time. So, instead, we're going to go and turn things over to my co-host OWG for his side of the news.
Indeed. And so yeah, we're not going to be doing anything with Steam this week. We're just going to go directly into my news instead. So, let's do it.
I know, else, buddy. I know. I'm sorry, man. It's supposed to be that time of the podcast. It's supposed to be my favorite part of the podcast. It's supposed to be your favorite part of the podcast. It's supposed to be everybody's favorite part. But this week, we're just going to let it simmer a little bit.
Listen, I'm giving your wallets a break, alright?
Right? We're going to push down that favorite part of the podcast, and we're gonna let it simmer for like a week on low heat. Maybe check it every once in a while. Give it a nice little stir. Keep track of it. And the next week, we're gonna have this delicious soup. It's just going to be the absolute wonderful best aroma of Steam. So you got that looking. You have that going for you, which is nice.
It's true.
As you were.
Anyways. Fuck. Alright, so yeah, I'm starting out with my news from, of course, anyretronews.com. Starting out with, well, I guess he's not here, but FreeCiv, Mr. 6, a worthy open source inspired civilization game, gets a 2.6.2 bug fix release. OpenRCT2 wasn't the only open source version of a famous game that's worthy of a mention, as we've also found out the open source release of FreeCity has reached a bug fixed version of 2.6.2. If you haven't heard of FreeCiv before, it's based around the all-conquering empire-building hit 1991 strategy game Civilization, which in itself is inspired by the history of the human civilization. Prepare yourself for many hours of lost sleep as you develop your civilization from the Stone Age to the Space Age in an incredible gaming experience. This open source version can be compared to Civilization 1 and 2, but features a massive up to 126 player gameplay, internet and LAN support, pre-made maps and scenarios, more than 50 playable units, 541 nations, mod pack support, diplomacy, and much more.
Wow.
No one soup. Yeah, so that's I didn't know about this open source Civ game, and it looks a lot more along the lines of Civ 2 to me, which was the one I grew up with and played before the first one. So yeah, I definitely want to play some FreeCiv for sure.
128 player free for all, like. Shit,
yeah,
man.
that could be crazy.
Holy cow! Imagine that. Imagine being the winner of that, man. Like, oh, what do you do after that? Do you play another game, or you just like go to bed?
That'd be so fun.
Right?
I wonder how many people in our community would play. That'd be so.
If I really didn't suck dicks for money when it came to RTS, man. Also, could you imagine how big of a map that would be?
I wouldn't call this. I don't even know if I call Civ an RTS really.
No.
It's not so much about units as much as it is about. Well, yes, strategy, but I don't even know how you would classify it. I guess you can use the word RTS. I don't know.
Let's see what they call it.
Because I've won plenty of games without having to even use units.
They call it turn-based strategy. So it's not RTS, but it's turn-based strategy.
Yeah, so turn-based strategy. Yeah,
strategy.
okay, that makes
That's
a little
fair.
more sense. Yeah, yeah. It's I loved it. It's so good. All right, so the other game that they were talking about, the OpenRCT2 project, is the open source adaptation of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Reaches version 0.2.4 plus. So, I'm sure many of you remember the game that is Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, a game by Chris Sawyer and published by Infogram?
Infogramma.
I'm not sure if that's the right name or not. In which you manage your very own theme park with all its rides, shops, puking guests, and economic fortune. Well, you'll be pleased to know that as of this month, you can download the very latest build of OpenRCT2, an open source development which improves the game even further with new features, original bug fixes, raised game limits, and much more. RCT2 was one of the greatest games I've ever played. It's one of, this is what the author is saying. It's one of those games that gives the opportunity of both young and old to create some of the best theme parks they could ever dream of. You could make the best roller coaster designs and some of the most dangerous just to see your customers almost faint with such crazy G-force, or have the entire park covered in puke. Thus, to my excitement with new versions released, often OpenRCT2 project, which is free to download, takes the original hit game, which is needed, adds in many modern features such as uncapped FPS, huge resolutions, and multiplayer co-op, and turns this already fantastic game into a near masterpiece.
Wow. So like that uncapped FPS thing, I've seen some people who do like YouTube videos about Roller Coaster Tycoon and how they make roller coasters that have like the most G-forces that the computer can handle. And it's like these guys have made some like roller coasters that have topped over 10,000 Gs, and they couldn't get any higher because the computer couldn't handle it anymore. So like having an update that uncaps your FPS, maybe they might get more. Maybe they might be able to shuttle people off to the sun in an instant. You know?
Why not?
But, if you haven't seen any of those videos, guys, go look up just like how high can Roller Coaster Tycoon, how many Gs can you get to? Some of like those designs are like absolutely insane. They're actually pretty fun videos to watch. I've never been really good on any of these, like create your own theme park or.
Fucking Peter built a park that lets no one out. Wears them out till they will ride the deadliest rides and have no toilets the whole time. Wow. Best park owner. Sounds like us playing Sims. Oh yeah, just put them in a room and then take the door away, or let them swim in the pool without an exit. And then you have a mausoleum on your roof, and then when people go in to cry and mourn for them, you lock them in there until they don't. Oh my god, it was so morbid. Anyways, our next thing here is Altered Beast, a classic arcade beat 'em up as a fan game reaches final. If you are a retro gamer, chances are you've heard of or at least played the 1988 classic arcade game of Altered Beast by Sega, which appeared on multiple systems including the Sega Mega Drive. Well, if you remember, you'll be interested to know Lucas CCB Jogos has now released a final version of his fan game, which is complete with new modes, new enemy sprites, and much, much more.
Really?
Oh, there's a fucking video. Okay, hold on. Ooh. Developed using Construct 2, the developer has said the game contains 3 different modes to play, such as a normal mode, a hard mode, and a battle mode. The normal mode has 5 levels with original game graphics, but totally improved with new enemy and boss sprites. The hardest mode, a totally different version with 5 levels with new enemy graphics and different bosses. And finally, the battle mode, which is a new version that tells the story. The wizard Neff fleeing to an alternative world, and you must face off against bosses one after another. Ooh. Game is available for Android, Play Online Direct, Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. We gotta watch this shit.
Mm-hmm. Please
How's
do.
that music too? Oh, that load time though. Oh. That golden music. I can't press start. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at him, he's so fast.
Marsco Mark.
Okay. Oh.
He's really fast. The character is really fast compared to what it used to be.
I think so. Yeah, that's what it looks like. What? Whoa!
Alright. Alright.
So now you have like SP shit points. And they build up quite a bit. Is that what he used? I think this is magic kind of thing.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Because he built it up pretty quickly. If he did.
Yeah, like super quickly.
More enemies? I was gonna say. Well,
I don't remember Altered Beast being this slow for the screen scroll. Was it always that slow?
yeah, sometimes it could be.
Yeah. It's also been a hot minute since I played Altered Beast, so.
Did they used to explode? Yeah, there's a lot of this. Like, I don't remember this wall that's coming up here either.
Oh. I see.
Oh, there's. Oh, he's trying to get that wolf all slick like, oh, I know what you're doing. Oh, he didn't get him though. Kick him. There you go.
I'm on to you, Trebek.
Oh shit! You see his fucking fucking ripped his shirt with his tits.
Get it.
The air pressure from my kicks that's what kills them.
Those are hand and feet farts.
Those what?
Hand and feet farts.
Oh, okay.
You ever kick so fucking hard, man, that feet fart, man? Huh.
What is that troll thing? Whoa! Oh, Jesus. Now he's just an... Whoa! Okay.
Alright. I mean, it does look pretty good compared to its original. I'll tell you that much.
Whoa. Okay, that was a pretty cool magical animation. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not.
What the fuck?
Right? Just in his underwear. Look what he can do.
Right.
I'm very interested in the... this is almost a 6-minute trailer, but we gotta watch it all because I want to see the power-up for the wolf.
I know, right? I have a huge muscle in my chest and my legs, but I have this tiny man head. I like how Peter literally saying exactly what I was thinking as I'm saying it.
Tiny head.
Now I have this wolf head.
Too bad you give me the power up and get like, oh shit. You get like health from it or something. Oh, cheese. I love cheese.
Man. Hadouken.
Stay back, goddammit. Oh, shit. Should have got in closer to get more hits, dude. Oh, never mind.
It's Voldemort. I mean... Oh, it's not Voldemort anymore. It's the ball.
Oh, you had the sweet spot, dude. You had the sweet spot and you ruined it. Oh, you don't... Wow, I like how every one of those... every hit is getting registered with the sound every time the boss gets hit. Oh, every time he uses like the flame kick at him, you just hear. Okay, we're not gonna run anymore. That was fucking deadly,
right?
Oh, it makes me want to play some more Ultimate Beast. All right, we're gonna go into our next game, which is Vega. A C64 scene demo becomes a shoot 'em up. Alright, usually when it comes to scene demos, they are released by groups containing awesome tunes, scrolling pieces of talented artwork, and other such greatness, hoping to win the top spot in the competition. I mean, who hasn't heard of Fairlight Noise in the Fence before? What? Anyway, if you rather... Well, if rather than watching a scene demo, you would actually play one, welcome to Vega, a damn fine demo originally released by Delicid in 2017, can now be played as a C64 shoot-'em-up inspired by Atwood Studios and trained by Excess? What? I don't know what's happening in this one article. Let's just go and watch the game and see what it's like a shoot-'em-up. 20 days. Okay, well, title's kind of nice.
Vega.
Right. Well,
I mean, that was a pretty cool title.
it was, yeah. I was
pretty
like,
neat.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what the S on, but cool, cool. So far, this is, you know, standard shoot 'em up. Oh, wait, can they hurt? Oh, wow, those, okay, those comments can actually hit you, okay? I want to know what the fucking S's and the A's are doing.
I mean, S looks like speed up.
Okay. Hey, automatic maybe?
Let's see. Maybe auto fire.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, oh.
Yeah, this is definitely speed up.
And it's really cool that it's also on the background of what was supposed to be just like a scene demo kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Oh, don't get killed by another fucking boom or flying boomerang. Pressing. There's the Enterprise.
And she whoa, shit! We got fight up.
This is deadly. I'm loving it. I'm just loving the fact that not only is it a, like, not a bad shoot 'em up, I would say, by any means, but like you get all this nice art in the back. Wait, what even just hit them? Or can you hit those? Oh, is the background? Oh, it is too. You can't hit the background there. Wow, what? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. This is where it's going to start getting a little more difficult. Oh, yep. Alright. Well, that was a pretty fun demo. I'm not going to lie. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, not too bad.
The game looks to be a conversion of the demo by Deli Sid. You must fly through impressive pseudo-pet ski artwork while destroying multiple waves of enemies. Although the gameplay is very simplistic and probably won't win an arcade awards, at least it's nice to look at and shows what can be done with demos such as the one used above. Very nice.
Yeah. No bad. Did have a very gradius feel to it, but that's not a bad thing.
Scott, Drunken Chopsticks C64 stop the flies from getting into Mr. Miyagi's broth. It's an actual game. Yes. Oh, man.
God.
You don't want it in your noodle. Never let it get into your noodle. You beginner
Really?
luck. What? What?
Really?
You beginner luck. Oh, this is great. All right. Released in 1984, Karate Kid told the story of Daniel LaRusso, a high school student who moves from New Jersey to California, subsequently targeted by a group of bullies to all attend the same karate school. Ooh, he's befriended by Mr. Miyagi, his apartment block's handyman, who teaches him another form of karate to defend himself. The instruction sees him setting Daniel a series of seemingly menial, boring, mind-numbing tasks, such as painting his fence and waxing his car.
What?
It's one of those tasks you'll be performing this new C64 game released by Atlantis for the BCC party number 14 called Drunken Chopsticks. Rather enjoyable game in which you need to use your chopsticks to stop flies from getting into Mr. Miyagi's broth.
So what I'm hearing is that somebody decided to take one of the mini games from the NES Karate Kid and turn a whole fucking game into it.
Why not? Failure to catch the flies 3 times, you'll be quickly forced out into the garden to perform another mind-numbing task of painting the fence. But not in this game.
Because we wouldn't want anything like Drunken Painter paint Mr. Miyagi's fence as a real game or anything like that. That would be ridiculous.
It would. This one makes more sense.
This one makes... Oh, what do you mean makes more sense? This just makes all the... What do you mean?
Actually, Else Buddy, there is a game of Beavis and Butthead for the PC that you can play where you were spitting loogies on people down below from on top of the school. So your wish has partially come true.
I like how like the title screen has like a fly that looks like it's getting a fucking front kick.
Yeah, of course.
I wouldn't want a fly that size anywhere.
Oh, I got that
much
one.
Much less my soup.
Oh shit! You get in between those two fucking silver pieces, you're fucked. Balance good, karate good. I want to see everything. Paint the fence up, down. They're really going with Oh my god. They're in balance, Daniel-san. Paint the fence up, down. Why up, down? This is not working on Windows 10. Wait, you're gonna play 3 times in one go. You beginner luck.
Stefan.
Paint the fence up, down, Scott.
Tell me what to do with my life.
Well, I mean, hey, if you get a
Commodore
64...
you beginner luck.
You beginner
What the
luck.
fuck is...
You paint fence up, down. Alright. Anyways, Doom. Could a Doom clone run on a 7 megahertz Amiga 500 with 1 megabyte of RAM?
You know, all you had to do was say one word and you got my attention.
Alright, so we've seen some impressive projects through the years on retro hardware. For example, showing how well Sam's Journey in Super Mario performed on the C64 was impressive enough. But now it looks as if we are about to go one step further, as thanks to a heads up from Per Ola, we've been told KK/AETHER is working on a project to show that it may be possible to run a Doom clone on just a 7 megahertz Amiga 500 with 1 megabyte of RAM.
You are not wrong, else, buddy. Also, the Super Nintendo version of Doom was bad. I don't know if you ever played it.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It was not good.
Doom is an FPS game, but it's for we know what Doom is.
We know about Doom.
We need to see the Amiga 500.
This is
Yes.
Yes. of Alter Demo Group, and maybe you're familiar with the fact that
I am familiar with, yes, show. Make the shows, please. Make the shows of gameplay. Stop. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, you've got some scratchy looking hands in Doom. In this version of them. It's pretty cool though. At least they're trying to do something like this, right? Give an Amiga player something new. Well, something old but new. That's, oh my god. See? This is what I'm talking about. This is why I can't get into fucking programming, because I would lose my mind. You just see all those fucking memory references they just had up there, in case those who aren't aware of what all those 0xx9 fucking number shits were. Those are all memory referencing. But, oh, it runs really fast though.
Make up my mind. Do you have 50 pistol ammo or 990 goddamn ammo? I mean, it doesn't look horrible.
No, I mean, it could look a lot worse, believe me.
Yes, it could.
So, it's cool that... Okay, look at this guy. Just look at him design on the fly. Anyways, for anyone who wants to watch more of that, there is a full video there where he goes into full in-depth info about making the Doom clone for the Amiga 500. So, you can catch that article over at indieretronews.com. Alright, we talked about this game before, and again, ZX Spectrum. Oh my god, I love those fucking colors, man. Melkhior's Mansion and Dev Ultimate Play the Game Attic Attack Inspiration looks so awesome, and it really does. Like, I can't make the picture any bigger. Still looks so good, though. Alright, so remember when we gave you the heads up that Ultimate Play the Game's famous classic Attic Attack was not only being remade for the PC, but it was also being remade for the ZX Spectrum next? Well, there's great news for this rather dank and drizzly evening, as after checking through our Twitter page, we've come across a brand new update for the work-in-progress Attic Attack game, which they're calling Melkhior's Mansion. Ooh, we got some, videos. Oh, yeah. 42 seconds. Oh, yeah. Jesus. Oh, that was bad. I apologize. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. This looks so fun. This is like New Solstice. Oh my god, this looks like so much fun. And you can get this for PC, too. And see, part of the reason why I'd love to become a full-time streamer is to have the time so I can say, that's a lot of time when I can just play C64 or ZX Spectrum games. Oh my god. There's like, there's 3 fucking videos. Okay, we'll watch another one. Hold on, just 18 seconds, okay. It's a short one. Oh! Oh, that was cool. Yeah, I'm loving this.
Whoa.
This looks so good, dude.
Huh.
Okay.
That was
Oh,
pretty
so you
neat.
can pick your character. Alright.
Melkhior's mage.
Oh, look at this. Send them to controls. You pick your character. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh wow, there's actually a path going down? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, this is so cool. That's how Solstice was, too, though. They have multiple levels in that as well. Oh my god. Bye-bye. Well, damn. Alright, so, as we said before, Ultimate Play the Game released so many incredible titles in the 80s, but this inspirational remake of Attic Attack, which is a remake of a game originally released in 83, does not only look like an impressive game, but most likely will be a hit download when it finally appears at some point in the near future. It features an isometric engine by Retrospect remake game developer Richard Jordan, class of 99/Zub, glorious remake graphics by Craig Stevenson, and full backing by Rare Studio, who still owns the right to the franchise, and full porting to the ZX Spectrum Next by Kev Brady. Really?
Huh.
Huh. I wonder
News.
how much of the music is going to be done. Alright. So, the last thing we have here from Indie Retro News is a game called JORRY. Another game that I think Mr. Six would have enjoyed. Point-and-click adventure horror game available on Steam. Although, wait, didn't you play point-and-click adventure games or horror games before, Scott?
You might have.
I might have. Alright, so gamers who prefer a more horror-oriented adventure will be pleased with this news, as we've recently found out the adventure horror game of JORRY has been released on Steam for the PC by Corrosive. Corrosive? This game, according to the creator, is a game filled with horror that is inspired by the classics of the 90s, including not just action but survival gameplay that is intended for adult audiences. So yes, you can probably die being eaten alive.
Well,
and if it wasn't enough to get those horror goosebumps going, the game features lots of riddles and puzzles, a fighting system that is fully playable with a mouse, skill-based improvement system, 2D graphics in 320 by 216 bits, multiple endings, and finally, all this set with an atmospheric overtone and original creepy music. So we're going to watch this trailer, because we can.
turn the sound up for eyesight.
What? Oh, I'm liking the graphics though. Whoa. 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 Oh, okay. I guess there's multiple Zambors.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, whoa. Okay. Okay. What? Why was she bending over like here? I was submitting. Ooh.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that was kind of trippy. I liked it.
Yeah, I would give that a try.
See, I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, no, that looked pretty good. And it didn't look like, scary. It looked just like,
Yeah.
oh shit, there's more stuff. No.
It kind of has like that same vibe that like Clock Tower had, where it was like it's not so bad that I can't play it, but bad enough that I'm like, nope, fuck.
It's all about the entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so our next couple of articles are going to be from IndieGameWebsite.com. The first one here is Escape. Escape a Curse in Hazel Sky this year. We have a trailer, so we're going to watch that immediately.
Okay.
May contain content inappropriate for children. Scott?
Sorry, I'll leave.
Hey, buddy. Now it begins. Take care, son. The madness of our curse will chase you while you're in there. But if you don't succumb to it, you may arrive at the other side. An engineer.
Whoa. Wait, what? Okay.
Son, you never asked why we do this. But now, you can uncover whatever you wish. Here is where we find out who we truly are.
Boy, you got some scarred ass
Never doubted a word I
cigarettes.
said to you. While you prove yourself a capable engineer, I beg you to doubt all that you encounter.
Oh.
This looks awesome so far.
Yeah, right?
Then I ask you,
Whoa, holy shit.
Huh. Alright, that looked pretty good.
Yeah, it did.
That looked pretty good.
Sure did.
Epic Mega Grants recipient.
Alright.
Alright, so that kind of reminded me, it was more or less, for those just listening and not being able to see the video, the game looked more or less like you were stranded on an island. Possibly you might have grown up there with a father who might have passed, and now you're there by yourself and you're trying to like basically get off this island by constructing a plane, it looks like.
Look like, yeah.
So, yeah, it very much also reminded me of Uncharted, the way the game style kind of felt, like, in caves and, like, running around and stuff, so, and exploring, and, like, a little bit of a city kind of thing is how they had the map done up, like, so, yeah, no, that looked really nice. Ooh. Oh, and then there's, the guitar playing sequence. So apparently it looks like there's like I guess some sort of mini game as well that you do with playing the guitar, which you actually know all the notes and you just pick which ones you're going to play next, that was a bit different as well. I don't know how that's gonna like work into the game.
Don't know.
I mean, you're not gonna be Link, and you're not gonna be like, do the Song of Time. I'm just saying, you know. So next, we have a game called Knights of Light, and it could be an indie The Witcher.
Huh.
Let's have a watch of the trailer. Again, this is like a 3-minute long one. Damn. And it looks like it's fancy graphics again. You know what? That's fine. We can have some fancy graphics.
Right.
We'll get back to our pixely bits. Okay. Work in progress. Well, that's fine, dude. Okay, it's almost like Dynasty Warriors, like, where you're fighting multiple
Yeah, it
people.
kind of did look that way. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Whoa, yeah, okay. So I'm cool with this. I love Dynasty Warriors games. They're a lot of fun.
Alright, yeah, I could be down with this.
Fucking got the bow. Just, yeah, I'm gonna just shoot you. You're just gonna go flying off somewhere. That's cool. What? Whoa! What? Decapped him. That was so good.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Just chuck that fucking dude. He's just like, yeah, you're on.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah, dude, this looks so good.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, what? Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, the dismemberments are fantastic. I just love that's the thing. I don't care if it looks the same every time. I'd be still delighted. Huh. Yeah, I could play that.
Yeah. Yep.
I could easily play that.
Oh, yeah. Pretty neat looking.
So yeah, that looked like it kind of took place in the Middle East, in like a more of a desert kind of region.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. Historical Battle of Al. This has a lot of spell. Wait, Battle of Al Qadisiyah,
Sure.
which took place in 636, 637. Wow. So it actually has some historical, I guess, inspirations as well. If it's going to be following, I mean, obviously, you know, you're not going to be fighting the exact battle kind of thing, but you know what I mean, yeah. So that's really cool. Inspired by The Witcher and Mountain Blade, both of which are very good things to take inspiration from. Studio called Rumbling Game Studios. Also have something called the Island Academy, which aims to help promote the games industry in Egypt. Oh, okay. So yeah, that would make sense if it's in like around Egypt or something. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked really good. The dismemberment, like chopping off the arms and the heads.
Right.
Oh my god! I haven't
yeah.
seen that in games in a long time. Like, All right, and the last thing we have is why you should start No Man's Sky, which, as I said in chat earlier, I have a PS4 that I basically haven't played yet. One of those games is No Man's Sky. So, we're not going to assume that you know what No Man's Sky is. It could well be that, much like the aliens you find in the game, you were off-planet when it launched. then I'm going to assume that you also somehow missed both its fall from grace and also its Phoenix-like rebirth into one of the biggest comeback stories in gaming history. So, No Man's Sky launched in 2016, hyped up to impossible levels, and as a result, launched a rather mixed reception. The original version was almost meditative in its simplicity and first awe-inspiring moment where you burst through the atmosphere of a planet to be rewarded by your first glimpse of the endless void of space. Still etched into your memory. Journeying from place to place with no real goal in mind is dull for some, but it came at a time when that's what I wanted to be doing. Despite that, I probably wouldn't have recommended it to anyone at the time, if only because nobody asked. Yes, I realize nobody's asking now, but also you can't stop me recommending it now, so you have to deal with it. Yeah, I respect that. Anyway, 4 years later, No Man's Sky is recognizable, but it looks like the nerdy one from the school who got hot several years later. Hey, come on now. Like, damn, No Man's Sky, you've been working out? How much can you bench now? You know, that sort of aging process that most people would sacrifice a toe for. Not only does it have multiplayer VR, a far better mission structure, proper crafting, a better economic system, more customization, and a much wider array of flora and fauna, but you can now get void eggs, which eventually become living ships. Oh my god.
Huh.
I've got to fucking play this thing. Shit! That, my friends, is cool beyond reason, and that alone is why I think you should play it. There's also other stuff like a nigh infinite universe to explore, alien languages to learn, and the chill, lo-fi feel of many of the planets, but it's mostly just the void eggs. You son of a bitch. I've been wanting to play this for a while now anyways, and dude, bringing that up,
Yeah.
see, this is what I'm talking about. I need more time.
Enough hours in the day, man. Too many
Right?
games.
Can we get a Star Trek day? Aren't our days like fucking 29 hours or something? I don't know. Anyways. So yeah, a little mention of No Man's Sky. It's been a while since I've heard that game. And our next few articles are from Destructoid. And as you can see here in the background, Foregone, a game that's going to be reviewed by Mr. SDK.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Alright, so Maquette is a stunning fairy tale puzzler, and it might be Annapurna's next big hit. Annapurna Interactive might hold claim to prestigious yet regrettable crown within games. It's the publisher that consistently funds incredible projects, but kind of goes unnoticed. Annapurna has been around for 3 years now. In that time, here's a sampling of some of the games it has published. What Remains of Edith Finch, Gora Goa, Florence, Donut County, Outer Wilds, Telling Lies, Sayonara Wild Hearts, and Wattam. And we have covered some of those games.
Mm-hmm.
Although we have only have a trailer this far, the latest game to be announced seems like it could fit in with that fine company. It's called Maquette, and it's a first-person puzzler where shifting perspectives fuels the whole experience. Developer Graceful Decay describes it as a set in a recursive world where players experience the life cycle of a loving relationship, and that the narrative takes place through an adventure of love, loss, and acceptance. At first glance, there seems to be a parallel to be drawn between the recently released Superliminal and Maquette. The angle of both games is manipulating size to make things fit. What? However, whereas Superliminal stuck to the confines of a portal-like testing center, Maquette breaks out into a fairy tale imagination land. It's a more inspired choice. Maquette is said to be coming soon, but there's no confirmation of which platforms it'll land on. Nevertheless, it looks like Annapurna has another hit on its hands. Jesus.
So, I'm getting coffee. Get ready to leave. There's this guy. Just staring at your sketchbook.
Graceful
God,
decay.
that's embarrassing.
But is this some kind of castle thing?
I don't know. I haven't drawn in a long time. I used to draw all the time.
Me too. I'm Kenzie.
I'm Michael.
We should start a drawing club.
Yeah, of course. Why are you talking to me anyway?
It's
Bored.
nice.
I'm waiting for my coffee, and I'm flirting with you.
Huh? Okay. So there's a narrative going on as well.
Whoa, what the fuck? Okay.
There's no escape, 'cause you're here to stay.
Right.
Right to the day, wrapped up in tidal waves.
Yeah, that's crazy looking. Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Right?
So it's like 3 fucking worlds and... Holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. Okay. Alright.
So that's going to be a fun little puzzle game, and I think I'm going to actually enjoy the story of that as well. I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty cool.
Oh, so our next article is one that me and Scott kind of discussed on who was going to cover this. Is Stardew Valley's 1.5 update.
I purposely didn't cover it because I clicked on it and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure Stefan doesn't want to go over it because I knew you would want to, so I left it alone.
All right. So the continued love and affection for Stardew Valley has exceeded all expectations. 4 years after launch, creator Eric Barone is working on yet another content update. He's cooking up version 1.5. Thanks, everyone, for the Stardew Valley 4-year anniversary wishes, he said today on Twitter. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to another great year. Now that 1.4 is out on all intended platforms, I'd like to announce that there will be another free content update 1.5. It's currently in the works. I'm kind of at a loss. Since the introduction of fish ponds, I feel like I've almost run out of requests. There are still so many facets, of Stardew Valley I need to explore more thoroughly, especially relationships. Where do we go from here? Where should we go from here? My big not going to happen, but I still hope it will, wish, is for Stardew Valley to get split screen support for some form of local co-op. I don't think that's going to be possible for technical reasons, Brown said on Twitter. He added that he has no plans for paid DLC, and 1.5 will have lots of new content. Stardew Valley is Brown's legacy at this point, and it seems he'll do everything in his power to make sure this game stands the test of time. It's a masterless classic and a long-term support and community building. It takes some patience, but Update 1.5 will work its way to PC, consoles, and mobile. Oh.
Okay.
I'm never gonna have time for everything. there's just, I'm serious, dude. Like, if it kind of pisses me off, really. There's always so many things. Like, I would love to be playing Stardew Valley.
I know, right?
Oh, I can just imagine what's going to come with 1.5. I haven't looked at the mods section recently, and that's usually a really good tell of what new things could be added, just to see what people want and are, people are downloading more recently, what's popular. So that's usually a good tell, because usually that's the kind of things that are incorporated into the game. So I'm hoping he adds more exploration. That's what I want more than anything. If I have more places to go, further places to go out, maybe a cabin in the woods that I can stay at instead of having to rush home or something. Something like that would be fucking cool, man. Oh, I love Stardew Valley. Eric Barone is the man. You're awesome. Alright, so I just wanted to... I'm not actually going to go over the review, but I'm going to just talk about this. I'm not sure if... I thought we might have mentioned this at one point, It's called The World of Horror. It's an unfinished Steam early access version. I currently have a key for it that was given me by the dev. I'm going to be playing it with Mr. Six alongside of me as well for co-commentary. Why are you so happy?
Because I can't wait. Because I know how much we say that like we're not big fans of the genre, but there are still like certain ones that are like, I'm really interested in this one, and I don't know why.
It's the 1-bit, dude. It's the 1-bit look to it.
It really is.
And the way that it almost like, the way that the layout is reminds me a lot of like Windows 3.1, and
yes,
and like DOS games in general, and just like Shadowgate and those like almost point and click type games where like you get more immersed in the story and what's going on there, and so I don't want to go too far into it, but I just want to make a mention of it. It was released on February 20th in early access. It's going to be released for PS4 and Switch sometime in 2020, and it's currently only $15. So very much looking forward to this. Can't wait to stream it. It's going to be a good time.
I can't wait. It looks like it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be one of those games where I'm watching and I'm like,
what's going to happen next?
Yep.
All right. Disc Room is a frantic death trap survival game from Devolver. We're going to just watch the trailer on this one because, well, why not?
This is another one that I left because I knew you.
Nice. Whoa. Wait, what? Crew scientists sent to investigate? What? This reminds me a lot of Smash TV, except more traps than fighting, so...
Yeah.
Survive the puzzle. Wow! Oh my god! I could see, this is what I'm talking about. We have games for everyone tonight. This is something I can either see Elizabeth or Scott playing, actually.
This? Oh, hell yes. Are you serious? Oh, hell yeah, I would play this game. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So,
fun as hell.
It's basically a gauntlet survival game where you're brought into a room each time, and you basically have to survive the puzzle, which are basically spinning blades. Now, you obviously have some power-ups and stuff, like there was a dash that he kind of had there as well, so... Right. Apparently, it's... the disc is supposed to be an intergalactic slaughterhouse. Alright, so yeah... It looks so interesting. How's it going, M4?
That did look like a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. I'm super interested in that game.
Yeah, I
That seems like one of those games that would be like super fun to stream, just because like I feel it would just incite salt.
Oh god, yes.
Like survive the room for 90 seconds, and you get 88 seconds into it, and
it will be launching in 2020 on Steam, and there are plans for a console release as well. So, yeah. Up next, we have A Street Cat's Tale. Set to claw your Switch's heartstrings this March. Alright. So, we're going to watch the trailer for this one as well. It looked like... It is! It's a pixely cat game! Human has taken my mother. I wonder where she is. Aww. What? Oh my god, you have to cross the street with... Jesus! way to, like, make a lot of people feel bad when my cat was hit by a car. Oh, this actually looks so cool. Isometric kitty adventure game. Trying to find your man. Alright, so the concept is both simple and devious. You play as a street cat trying to survive out on your own. You'll have to forage for food, create relationships with humans and animals, and do your best just to live to knock something off a counter another day. Foods can either be healthy or unhealthy, which can adversely affect your health, just like real life. And NPCs can either be nice or mean. It's like, who be mean to a nice little stray kitty? Fucking jerks. This is a manipulative ploy by the cat Illuminati to restore the reputation destroyed by Sammy, my cat, when she knocks over pictures hanging in the bathroom at 3 in the morning, scaring the shit out of me and my wife, and waking us up in a panic. This author is great. Let's ask my wife. They actually have an excerpt from her and everything. Oh, God. Oh! Alright, so you've probably seen this as well and probably left it, I would imagine. The Messenger developer, Sabotage Studios, to reveal new title in March. Sabotage Studios, the indie developer behind the excellent 2018 platform adventure, The Messenger, is teasing the release of its next title, which it appears will be announced as soon as next month. Keeping its cards close to its chest for now, Sabotage released a tweet featuring a slightly animated image of a total eclipse, along with the message, "New game reveal, Spring Equinox 2020, March 19." As to whether the new game will itself feature the upcoming Equinox as part of its gameplay or storyline elements is a mystery, but that would sure make up for some apt timing for said announcement. It should be noted that the music in the background is a cover of the Messenger theme, Beneath Tides. The Messenger launched back in 2018 to universal praise from critics and players. Quality of the Messenger no doubt ensures fans are excited for whatever Sabotage has lined up for its next release. Fortunately, we won't have to wait much longer to find out. Well, honestly, if it's anything... Thank you for that D-post.
Like the Messenger?
If it's anything like the Messenger...
It's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. The Messenger was pretty good.
Oh, and guess what? March 19th also coincides with the same day that the podcast will be.
Oh, yeah?
Yay! So we have that to look forward to.
Alright.
Alright.
I would have covered the Platinum Games 4, except that they haven't revealed what the fourth thing is yet, so I haven't touched it yet, so that'll probably be next week that I'll actually be able to tell you what those four things.
Oh, yeah.
One of them was just that, the Wonderful 101 was a thing.
Yeah.
One that they're doing some overseas stuff, and then a new game that they revealed, but they haven't revealed what the fourth thing is yet, so we'll get to that next week.
Oh, for sure. Alright, and our last few articles that we have for the night are coming from IndieGamesPlus.com.
Yay!
First up is a Twix. My God. Twin stick shooter. Not a Twix. Apparently I'm hungry.
Man, if I could shoot Twix, man, I'd be the happiest person ever. I would just shoot their left Twix, right Twix, left Twix, right Twix. Yes, it's all for me. Good.
Twin stick shooter Project AETHER wants you to use your foes against each other. Ooh.
Okay.
Alright, so Project AETHER First Contact makes your enemies useful to you as they become damaged, allowing you to make them explode in a way that catches other ships in the blast. Threats are coming from beyond the stars, and it's not just in the budget to send more than one person to take care of it. So sorry, but you'll have to take out a few hundred chips all on your own. You've got a bunch of neat guns to do it with, though. You get assault rifles, laser gun to carve ships up, and a high-impact railgun. That should keep you safe, right? You've got a sword, too, in case you feel like swatting down a ship that's shooting at you. That sounds like a solid plan. Like, oh, okay, like you're in like a Gundam kind of thing? Because that's kind of cool.
Looks like you're like a little mech.
Well, if you're going to make that face, fine. You also get an EMP attack that you can use on weakened enemies. When these foes start to glow, you can use this to make them explode. But these explosions are special. Unlike regular boring explosions, these ones catch enemy ships in the blast, allowing you to take out several enemies at once if you hit them just right. And since 1 billion bullets are usually flying at you, a little chain reaction explosion that clears the screen would probably be nice. Beyond that, you can dash around to slip through bullet arrays, which should make it harder for them to punch holes all through your mech body. Just do that across 9 levels and you'll have saved the galaxy. Till the next threat comes along, I guess. Space is a pretty dangerous place these days. So let's have a watch. Announcement trailer.
The situation has worsened during your transit, Captain. I'm sending you out in the AETHER prototype.
Oh shit!
Investigate
Oh,
the planet
AETHER.
and destroy any hostiles in your way.
I'm picking up
Oh,
a huge
God.
energy signature from the planet's surface.
We're making Scott go buy games.
Contact. Taking fire. Buckle in, Captain. I'm seeing quite a few more on
This
the
actually
way.
is pretty nice.
If that's true, then this just got a lot tougher.
Massive heat spike. Be ready for anything.
Reduce that ship to scrap.
Bullet hell. Oh. It didn't really show much, but enough to get you going, though, right?
Damn.
How'd you feel about that, Scott?
So, I'm not a real big fan of mech sort of games, but there are a few that get a pass. I don't know if anybody remembers Omega Boost. Omega Boost was one of like my favorite PlayStation games. I'm trying to remember what the hell the name of the other ones were.
Cross and the NES.
Oh yeah. But I like these sort of games where it's like you get to melee and crap like that. I like that sort of stuff. And it's bullet hell, so it's already like one of my high genres of games that I play in the first place. So, you know, got that going for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely would play that, like 100%.
100% pure Scott juice. That's.
I don't know if you want any of that.
Anyways, our next thing is we were talking about 1-bit games. Yay! Fairy House recaptures adventures found in your backyard. You made a nice house for fairies for your garden, but the dog just up and stepped on it. Now you need to explore your yard to find parts to make a new one. Fairy House has you working through the woods behind your house so that you can find objects to build a new fairy house with. This means a lot of leaping and clambering around as you move deeper into the greenery. Still, the sun is shining, your dog is at your side, even if they're the one who causes trouble to begin with, and the peaceful sounds of the forest are all around you. It's a temporary setback and an excuse for an adventure, honestly. And who can stay mad at such a lovable looking dog? He is such a big dog. Ooh.
You step on my fairy house? Fuck you, dog. You come with me.
Alright, so Fairy House is a short jaunt back to the days spent wandering your neighborhood in the yards of those who lived around you, letting your imagination wander as your feet carry you where they may. It's a journey to lost days that used to hold so much wonder and possibility, where play was the only thing you had to worry about. It's a challenging feeling to reconnect with, but in the safe world the game has created, it allows us a moment to savor in that happiness and excitement that carries children throughout the day until the crushing nature of reality poisons it. It's quite a lovely thing to experience again, if only for a little while. It is also now available for Pay What You Wish on itch.io. I would totally watch someone play this and play it myself again if I had the fucking time. Yeah, I really like the look of this. Look at the reflection in the water too. Damn, man.
Right. That's that. Wow.
Yeah.
now that I see them, oh. That dog looks like trouble, man. I don't know.
He just looks like he's a big doofus, really.
I know, right? Like any dog that has a hair over their face like that, it's like, you know, they're like underneath all that hair, they're plotting something.
You know that kid's already learned that, like, hey, I have an ice cream, I'll have a lick. Hey, you can have a lick too. And with that, the dog licked the entire ice cream out of her hand and ate it.
Yep.
And she learned that day never to feed your ice cream to the dog. Yeah, no, it looks like a really fun and adorable game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next thing we have here, this actually kind of seemed interesting. Super Hiking League races through a competitive climb. Some dizzying heights are waiting for you to scale. Them, and Super Hiking League, a game of competitive climbing, and with just the teeniest bit of backstabbing. Oh God! You can choose to start climbing these mountains by yourself or with a buddy, aiming to hop your way to the top of them as fast as you possibly can. There are many different routes through each stage for you to choose from, so picking the quickest way up is vital. Just watch out for mountainous critters you might need to swat at along the way, or you'll be slowed down as some weird creature decides to nibble on your ankle. What? Picking a good route is great and all, but your rubber grappling hook is where you'll really pick up speed. This tool can be used to grab onto things so you can hoist yourself up, cutting your climbing speed. The hook also has a little give to it, so you can risk bouncing downward for a little momentum boost that you can use to throw yourself far higher than a normal jump would take you. Doing this at the right time can really help you cut corners. Ooh, that sounds interesting. When you throw other players into this mix, you can get the kind of mayhem that will have you shouting at your multiplayer buddy. You can whack each other in the head to slow one another down, making each leap and grapple far riskier than normal. Still, Super Hiking League isn't about playing fair, but seeing which of your friends is the most effective underhanded climber.
So you know what this you know what this is, and I can summarize this with 2 words. 2 words I can summarize this entire game with. Vertical speedrunners.
Oh God. Yeah. Except I don't think you can actually. Oh no, because they said you could. Oh my God. Yeah, no, that would be.
It's vertical speedrunners.
That could be fun or it could be terrible.
I know, right?
Let's watch the trailer. D-pad controller recommended. Yes! It was a Super Nintendo one they showed. Look at this. Oh, I see what they're saying with the give. Oh! Oh, wait! One of them looks like the Super Pitfall guy.
Pitfall Harry.
Oh wait, and the bigger kid, that's the new kid from that skateboarding game. The Check Him Out, remember we were talking about it last week?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude, I'm loving everything about this.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Alright, I take back what I said.
I agree. I could definitely see me and Scott playing this together.
Yes.
And me
oh my
fucking
God.
hating Scott for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that scene over there too at the beach with the. Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
Absolutely could. Yes.
I love the music in the background too. Jesus Christ, so good.
I was very, very pleased to be wrong with what I said after seeing that preview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that looks fun. That looks very fun.
Yeah, I can see us playing this too.
More time.
Fucking Scott. Jesus.
Fuck you, Scott.
Fucking Scott.
Oh, you haven't heard me play Mario Kart 8 yet. Anyways, our last thing for tonight. I don't have any Kickstarters. My apologies. I forgot about doing them this week, but that's fine. Maybe we'll get some new ones next week. The last thing we have here is our Trailer Tuesday. It could be good. It could be bad. We're not going to know until we actually go down through and see them.
Let's go visual novels.
Stop. No.
We gotta get visual novels.
Apparently, first is Haunted PS1 Demo Disc 2020. What?
What?
Aroused by the crackle of static, a lingering sense of dread crawls across the floor. You sit alone in your room. A dimly lit memory repeats in your head. 17 demos, too horrible to describe, keep you from your bed. What?
Hey, kid.
Me?
Yeah, you dummy.
What?
You wanna play some cool video games?
Sure.
I want to play games.
These games will get
Is that the same person? What the f... Is it literally just 17 demos? They're like PS1 inspired.
God.
Sam Dick. Jesus. Some of these remind me of LSD Dream Emulator. What the fuck?
Fuck was that?
Right? Did you see those pretzels
Sit
hanging on the
down.
wall?
Shut up.
I'm not gonna lie, some of these games actually look like they'd be fun to play, though. I'm not saying they're gonna be incredible, but they look like they'd be fun.
What the fuck?
You were given mysterious letter. What the f...
What?
Oh, there's some waifu for Scott.
Haunted PS1 Demo Disc 2020 out now. Try them before they get shot.
2 seconds you got.
Alright, that's available now on itch.io. That was strange to say the least. It's obviously, apparently 17 demos of games, or at least 17 mini games. I don't know. Some of them look like they'd be fun. It totally looked like they were PlayStation games, though, which was kind of nostalgic like. But anyways, our next game is called Wavey the Rocket. We have a Steam trailer here for it. Utilize Wavey's unique movement style to reach the end of tricky and puzzling levels. All handcrafted to test your skills and your score multiplier. Make sure you grab every gem and whirl in each level to unlock Grandmaster mode. Is this just a moving simulator? It is. Oh, whoa, whoa, what? What? Whoa, you're changing like your sine waves? Wow, someone had a lot of fun with it. Whoa! Yeah, someone had a lot of fun with an oscilloscope. Holy shit.
Whoa. Never mind. Now spinning around. Oh, shit.
Dude, this looks so difficult.
Yeah, it does. Thing is, I really want to play it.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Oh, Rad Hub World. Look at this. That's kind of interesting. Oh god, don't let the scoops get you. Ooh. Oh.
You never want to get got by the scoops.
Oh my god. Holy crap.
This is like on the same. Oh my god! Look at the 3D level. Holy
yeah.
What the fuck? This is on like that. The straight. Let me try again. This is on that same stress level of games like Geometry Dash and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Or like the shit's coming at you, but you have to make those quick reactions. If you don't, you die, and I like that kind of shit. I would, yeah.
More Scott games.
Yeah. I know, right?
Alright, so the next game is called The Unholy Society. The world as we know it is about to change. The united forces of demons, gods, and monsters prepare for another deadly attempt to eradicate the big guys and change the religious status quo. And just perhaps to drink lots of tea and discuss art in the meantime. What?
Sure. Why not?
This year, the truth will come to light. The life of a servant of God can be extremely demanding. Don't let yourself get fooled by the friendly smiles of your local pastor. We're deadly, devoted, and dead inside. I'm Horovitz, Bonaventura Horovitz, an exorcist working under the Vatican's jurisdiction. Are you ready to follow the White Rabbit, Alice? Because we've got a hell of a ride ahead.
This feels very visual.
You'll experience hands-on how to deal with administration of sacraments. Disciplinary talks with supervisors.
Disciplinary talks
to believers.
Oh.
Celebration of mass.
Fuck am I looking at?
Pilgrimages. Conversion into Christianity. Exorcisms. More exorcisms. And
what the fuck?
I mentioned exorcisms.
Whoa.
It still sounds like fun and game.
Alright. I stopped the video. It was almost over anyways.
The fuck?
I don't know, Scott. I don't know, Scott. I do not know, sir.
I don't either.
Sometimes
hey, they
again,
can't all be
Trailer
winning,
Tuesdays can be a bit. That's right. Fran is correct.
See,
is right.
It was so bad it gave Fran the flu.
Wow.
See?
Harsh.
I know, right?
Alright, our next one is Dreamo, a first-person puzzle adventure. Plane crash, bringing an abrupt end to your journey. You regain consciousness in a strange, lucid dream filled with interactive cube puzzles.
Okay.
No.
Nope.
No. Cube puzzles. Boss, come on now. Like, Jesus Christ.
I know. We've done so many of.
Yeah,
like,
I can't handle more cube stuff.
We've done so
Stop.
many just cube puzzle games.
Okay, Stilt fella. Become the fella. Walk on stilts. Love the fucking... That's good description. That's what you need. Are you... Oh, God. Oh, yes. All right. Yes. This is exactly what I thought it was going to be. And this is awesome. It's basically QWOP.
I was just about to say...
Oh, what? Oh! Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, you've got fuck... Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Okay, this is awesome.
What?
Oh, goodbye, Indy. Okay, this is cool as fuck. More customization as much as possible, please. Oh God, watch out for the guards. Can you pop up? Can you like just jump? 100 player local host or local hot seat.
Oh my God.
Oh God, there's ice. And ice physics. Jesus. Yeah, this looks awesome. Apparently it came out yesterday on Steam. Yeah, that looked awesome.
I have to check this out on Steam real quick. Of course, I'm going to Steam open. I can just hit this.
I can just click on the thing here. We can have a look at it. 15% off right now at $9.76.
Oh, it's only $8.49.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Same exact video,
honestly,
same exact description.
Yeah, and honestly, just from that video alone, we got some laughs. So it's like,
yeah,
maybe $9 isn't that much to ask to get like a whole bunch of laughs. You know what I'm saying?
God no. All right, so our next one is Among Ripples, Shallow Waters. Kickstarter film? What the fuck? Among Ripples, Shallow Waters takes place in the near future where humanity is banded together to combat climate change and other ecological disasters. Okay, let's see what this really is. Oh, you're doing it. You're doing it to me. It's basically Sim fucking Park. Ah! I could play this. I already know I would like this. God damn it. I thought this was going to be something completely crap that I wasn't going to like. I was wrong.
Among Ripples, Shallow Waters is an eco tycoon.
Oh, listen, I understand, dude.
Together with a bunch of scientists,
I want to see this.
You rehabilitate lakes that has been polluted and destroyed.
Oh.
Your primary tools are changing the landscape, digging or filling land, planting trees, and
he's explaining it all in the video, which is nice again for our listeners.
As you progress in the story campaign, you get to upgrade and research with your mobile base camp. I started Eat Crate Sleep back in 2013, together with my co-founders on the Swedish island of Gotland. I wanted to work and live in a place close to nature and the sea. This is the core inspiration for the game.
And Zengris.
Oh.
Our first game as a studio was Among Ripples back in 2014.
Oh.
A very small game where we tried to create a calm experience. Later on, we were more ambitious with our indirect God Sim Crest that was completed in the end of 2018.
This kind of has like an Evo feel to it.
When it comes to technology,
you know what's funny? I played the first game they showed with the pond, and I'm pretty sure I had a copy of this second one.
Okay.
So I've almost played most of their games.
Even further with entire schools of fish with individual AI agents interacting in real time.
Eat Crate Sleep is currently a team of 7 people dedicated to new and unique game experiences. Our focus is not on specific genres, rather on games that ask difficult questions and experiences focused on emergent gameplay and simulation. The idea of Among Ripples came back in 2012 when I was hiking in the Swedish mountains. One morning, as I was brushing my teeth, I looked down into the stream. As the toothpaste dissipated in the mountain stream, I had this vision of a benevolent force that removed the negative impact of humans. I thought,
okay,
why can't I play as that imaginary force?
Most management games will have...
Alright, no, it's like a 5-minute video, but no, it looked the actual gameplay that they did show there for a bit, it looked like it was kind of fun, something that I would enjoy playing for sure. So almost like a park simulator, but basically, yeah, you're just looking after different lakes and trying to make them more healthy and remove the pollution, which is kind of interesting, really.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a game called Hive Time. Build a hive, make some money. Hive Time is a small bee-themed management base building sim. Harvest resources, grow your hive, produce a new queen before the current one dies.
Bees. Aren't they wonderful? This is Penelope. Penelope is a worker bee who works very hard to find and produce resources for the hive. She's known for collecting leftover wax and making crayons for baby grubs.
Ew.
The only problem is, bees don't live very long. So sad. Luckily for Penelope's hive, she has friends. Each bee may only be around for a short while, but together, their tiny little lives all help build a lasting hive. At the core of the Hive is Queen Alice III. She's still.
Oh, they
quite
gotta have
young,
like
sometimes
actual
feels
little
overrun by
rooms and
responsibility.
stuff.
But her predecessors have survived wasp attacks, dealt with outlaw slugs, and weathered through
Moist
population crises.
banditos.
Not to mention that business with the weird vine hopper scientist. With typical bee productivity and a little of your guidance, Alice III and her descendants are going to be just fine. My, look at the time. It's Hive time.
Okay.
Available now
I mean,
on itch.io.
Now, I don't know how much I would enjoy it. I'm sure there's some people out there who would. I don't know how you feel about it, Mr. Scotch. He said okay.
It kind of seems like it's outside of my range of games that I would enjoy.
I understand.
Not in one of my gaming genres.
Alright, next up we have Void Breach. Explore a world beyond the cosmic horizon. Travel through the forest of eternal night to haunted mansions and deserted castles. From mountain peaks to the bottom of the sea. Okay, before we even watch this trailer, it sounds like something I would fucking love. Don't ruin it.
Don't fuck. You have
You
one
just
job,
put up
don't
my
fuck
expectations, but oh, what up, fucking? Oh, this is definitely DOS time right here. I'm loving this.
A little bit.
Oh yeah, loving it. I'm not even being sarcastic. I'm loving every fucking inch of this, every second of this. What's going on with your helmet there, bud? She has the ghost of a real fruitcake inside of her? What? What? Right? Very King's Quest. Nothing out of the ordinary. What is it? A stump with red eyes and one arm. Nothing out of the ordinary. Jesus. Well, you come closer so I can hug you real tight. Whoa. Maybe later. Yeah. I'm loving just the old art style.
Touch things on the wall. You explode.
Don't. Oh shit. Oh no. Skip the mermaid. Oh, now you're underwater. Whoa. Wait. How are you a squid? I don't get. Okay, this looks awesome. You did not disappoint me. It's not what I expected, but it definitely did not disappoint me.
Yeah. Definitely looks like something Steve would love.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. I'm loving this. This is so good. Oh, it's almost over. Oh, it's coming out soon. Oh, no, it's available now, apparently. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, that was very King's Quest styled.
Yeah.
And, like I said, I loved every bit of it. That was great. I don't know why, but this next one, Ballistic Craft, looks very familiar. Oh. A bullet hell of your own making. Play the game where strategy and creativity meet. That is incorrect. Meet dual rifle wizards in real-time battle arenas with custom shot crafting to win the League of Crafters.
Okay. You had me at bullet hell.
Yeah, but of your own... What? What? Wait. Is it bullet hell fighter? What? I don't know what that is.
Wait a second. So this looks like it's going to be like something virtual on for those of the people that like know what virtual on is. but it looks like instead of like having to settle with the weapons that they give you, you get to create how your weapons fire.
Fire, yeah, I like the physics of them, yeah.
Oh, that's so.
Well, damn.
Oh, that's neat.
That's kind of interesting, yeah.
Yeah, all
so
right.
It's not, I don't know if I'd call it a bullet hell by any means. It's more like I said of a fighting shooter kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, and we've already covered this game as well. Sometimes Always Monsters.
Yep.
Oh well.
I think we actually covered that last week.
Yeah. So, that's too bad. But that is basically the end of the podcast tonight. A bit of a shorter one. We didn't have any of the Steam stuff this week, but again, we went over some great articles. I felt we actually found some great games as well. So, all right. So that will be it for us this week. You want to do your closing, sir?
Yes, sir. So, as always, I'd like to thank the two wonderful websites that I use basically every week for my articles, VG247 and Destructoid.com.
Indeed. And I will also thank Destructoid.com, Indie Games website, Indie Games Plus, and of course the always awesome IndieRetroNews.com. And I think, let's see who we are going to host up. Oh, damn, I know who we're hosting up. One of our new community members, Mr. 8-Bit Raindrops, OPPSS. You got a tricksy name, he does. We're going to go over and we're going to rate him. Unrecognized name. Ryad. God damn it. Of course that would happen. Are you fucking... It did it to me again. Why is this so fucking hateful?
Why do you always gotta be this way?
There! Ha-ha!
There we go.
Finally did it. Jesus Christ. I know how to do stuff. Anyways, we'll be back again next week. Hopefully on new internet that's getting installed tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Consistent streaming again. Oh, baby. So, anyways, have yourselves a good evening. I may be back later for some Pokemon. Nothing promised yet, but for now, let's rate up Mr. 8-Bit Raindrops. He's playing some Grand Theft Auto 5.
All right.
And needless to say, it's always interesting to watch him play it. So, have yourselves a good evening. Bye-bye.